start the second half of this game of Missouri Tigers against the Crimson Tide from Alabama. With me, Patrick McCoy on xable.com, Rob Rowan. And this is brought to you by the United Spinal Association with its... and that was the Spinal Association call. Serving their 11,000 members and the whole disabled and adaptive community in many ways. And we're very thankful for all their support. Missouri down by 10. They've got 20 minutes here to tie this game up and go ahead. Let's see what they can do. Crimson Tide has, as you said, you think they're going to come out with some real force and some of that fire that we've been seeing, and let's see what happens.
But as you can watch, as they're coming on the court, they're already picking up the big guy. Every inch counts.
So, Missouri, pretty even scoring. French with 4, Gilbert with 4, Siebert with 4, and Tucker has come in with 7, and with some of those really great shots there, so he's been good. Let's see what the Missouri can do now with their chance. Outside shot from Tucker, and it drops! And he continues to be the hot hand for them, and there it is, an 8-point game. Whoa. Okay, tied now with the ball. We have a foul here, and it's against Missouri.
Yeah, they call the foul against Mr. Tucker from behind.
Yeah.
And the coaches always complain about those calls, but anytime you make contact from behind in this game, you're going to get a call.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice hands there.
See,
great anticipation.
Great anticipation by John Gilbert. He was in the right place and made something happen. It's what he does.
Beautifully done. And here's Missouri with a chance again to bring it down even more. It looks like they've come out with a little bit of fire. And let's see what happens. Ball goes into the big man. French puts it up and in for another 2. We're a 6-point game. Okay, now we're starting to see something here.
You'll notice on that shot, he got his normal shot. He shot it in rhythm. He didn't let him affect what he did.
Oh, look at that. And that ball is another turnover for Alabama. Alabama's come out a little bit cold.
Well, they seem to be taking a lot of chances right off the bat that I don't understand why they're taking.
Okay, let's see if Missouri's going to capitalize on it. This is their opportunity.
This is their opportunity to stay in the game and have an opportunity to win this game. And they need to do it now.
All right, let's see what happens. You don't get this chance too many times in the game, and you want to see it happen. Because it looks like Steve Paxton had some good discussions. Time is running out. The shot, a long one, in and out, and the rebound goes to... Oh.
Justin Siebert made a heck of an effort to get out there and try to get it in.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that
he just ran out of sideline.
52.
Okay, Alabama with, we've seen some incredible scoring from Nick Ford. He's got 14 for their team. He's leading scoring. Master Hinkle with 8. He's been a dynamo. And then Lofton with 3. And June Reed and Ford. Bertram with 2 each. Lofton has been missed 3 from 4 from the free-throw line. So that kind of shooting needs to change. Look at Missouri with a shot and up. Oh.
Get the board!
Awesome shot and a great rebound by Nick.
Ford puts it in there.
He is so quick.
Master missed that, and there was someone there to be on the other side of it. So we're back up there to an 8-point game.
Well, it was a good shot. He had a lot of pressure on him, but they had the backside covered on rebounds, and Nick just took care of it.
All right. Looks like Missouri's moving the ball a lot more comfortably. Let's see what happens here. Gilbert with the ball, throws it back out to the top of the key. Back to Gilbert. He's moving. Time clock is coming down. And they retain control. 5 seconds left. 4, 3. Here goes the shot. In and out. That would have been sweet.
Well, John Gilbert got a good look.
Yeah.
It was on a quick shot, but he did get a good look, and it was around the basket. But
look at Nick Ford just weaving and bobbing, and he puts the ball across to Lofton, and is he going to really get it? Yep.
You'll see they're being patient because they know they have some shot clock.
10 seconds left.
Now they're going to get tight.
Yeah. Missouri trying to keep him away from the basket. Ford puts out a deep one, and it is nowhere near.
Yeah.
And that was
not a good shot.
Nice defense from Missouri on that one.
Absolutely.
They're definitely playing with a higher intensity, and I'm loving it. kind of feel like that's some of the coaching that Steve Paxton brought to this, to try to calm his team down and put him back into a rhythm. Tucker with a moving shot, but whoa, that was a rare miss.
And he just said it was my bad. He knew he didn't have good rhythm on that shot, and he forced it. Right.
Good work, Bobby. Good work, Bobby. Go.
Okay, we have substitution in there. They put in a new guy. I missed who it was, but 24. They brought in Evan Moser.
Well, Evans in their regular rotation.
Lofton. He did not miss that.
But you see that time, everybody on defense for Missouri turned their back on the middle.
Yeah.
And that's one of the few times they've done that today. And obviously, as soon as Steve saw it, but Steve Paxton saw it, immediately recognized it, called the timeout, and he's talking to his guys about it right now. You can't turn your back on the ball. You have to. One of the things they teach you in this game and in any game of basketball is you have to keep your head on a swivel and be looking all the time. The other thing you'll see that when Missouri plays and gets in rhythm, they're talking to each other and they're communicating. When they don't get in rhythm and they get out of rhythm, they're just looking at each other and they're not communicating. You watch Alabama, that's the best thing Blake Lofton does, is he keeps those guys communicating. Communication is the key, so you know what everybody's doing. Everything happens on the court because of communication.
I'll tell you what, you're hearing it, and I happen to have a great color commentary here. I'm learning a lot. Pat, I hope you're learning a lot. Patrick McCoy giving us a little bit of a tutorial, and that's what it's about. Because you know, a lot of people watching this, some of them know basketball, some of them know college wheelchair basketball, but I'll tell you what, most of them are going to be learning as we go. The same way. And anyone new to the sport, they're going to appreciate it.
Well, and that because there are so many people new to the sport and seeing and experience some of this for maybe the first time, and they know basketball, they see this. It's the same game. There's just a few little different nuances, but the one thing that you'll notice about this game as much as anything else.
There's a foul and there's a couple people down on the court.
Master,
bodies everywhere.
Yeah, Master playing hard defense and got a little out of control.
Okay.
But you'll notice the Missouri guys were in good position and were able to absorb that, take advantage of it.
Missouri with 35 seconds. They're down by 10 again. They were at a chance to break it down and go see if they can figure out what they were doing and take those easy shots. And they're, again, the baskets are.
Yeah. That wasn't a bad shot. He was in good rhythm. You're just not going to make them all the time. Nobody shoots 100%.
No.
They're getting better shots. They just need to stay at it. And their defensive intensity is good right now.
That was a nice stop there, but Lofton just backs up a little bit. And, oh, boy, that ball.
But you see, they took Alabama out of their offensive rhythm. Now they're just shooting shots. Luckily, they have a guy like Nick that's such an athletic guy that can make up for that. But you'll notice they were sitting around looking at each other a lot. And that's not a good sign.
I thought that went off the side of the backboard. Didn't that normally call that out of bounds?
No, the sides of the backboard in college are only the supports are out of bounds. The supports and the shot clock on top.
See, that's something I'm used to from the NBA.
Right.
That shot is not going to be good. And nice play there.
Yeah, Andrew Tucker made a great play to save that. Get them back in their rhythm.
They're down by 12, and they don't have much time left. What a shot, but no good.
Well, it was an attempt, but Andrew Tucker kind of lost concept of what the shot clock was and took his time when he really didn't have time to take. And you know, timing and awareness of what's going on, that's a part of the communication that we're talking about that's so important.
Well, we have a timeout here in Missouri. They're down by 12, and they are trying to figure out what is the chemistry that's going to get them back there, get this game. They still got 15 minutes.
Yeah, this is a key time in the game for them. They need to stop the push that Alabama's making and be able to start making an offensive push and get some shots up that are good shots at the basket. If they do that, they have a chance.
Get it within 4 or 6, then they keep it there for a while, then they can, there's always that chance to make that final push.
Sure, but if they get out of the game and get way behind here, it's probably a bad sign.
That's what they're looking at. That's why we had that timeout here.
But I will say that I'm impressed with not only the effort Missouri's given, but the style that they're playing. Except for a few bad plays, they're right there. Of course, that's the nature of this game.
The pressure they're putting out here, full court press. Master Hinkle, look at him drive. Look at him drive.
But as you
Oh,
see,
look at
remember
that.
the acceleration we talked about?
know.
Did you see that?
They tried to close the door.
He was gone.
Right, the door didn't shut close enough, and,
That's right.
and here he was, and Ford came in for the...
Yeah, well, then you got the big guys there for the layups. You know, Master Hinkle is not the kind of player. He doesn't have to score a lot of points to feel good about his game. He's the kind of guy, he's a team player. He wants his team to win, and he'll sacrifice whatever he has to do it. Now, he's a very capable scorer, but that's not what revolves his world. He wants to win.
And again, they're running out of time. They got to find a good shot here. A long three-pointer, a long one. No, that was a little too far out there.
Pretty long shot.
No, we're down 14 here. It's going the wrong way for Missouri. Look at Master Hinkle. Look at him moving. But I'll tell you what, that was nice. He stayed with him.
Andrew played good defense there, made him turn in, but look at that pass. Is that wonderful? That's basketball right there.
Beautifully done.
A wonderful play, a wonderful move. Of course, like I said, Blake Lofton's the guy that makes a lot of things happen for them by his movement and his enthusiasm and his aggressiveness.
Okay.
Look at Missouri. They need to stop this. And oh, look at that, a shot. Oh, if we had made it,
That would have been a big one. That would have been nice. But
all right.
at least he went to
the line for two.
He went to the basket aggressively anyway.
I haven't seen anyone in foul trouble yet in these games, but
it does happen occasionally. Part of it depends on the depth the team has to whether they can be able to put enough pressure on with their backup players and their second and third line players.
Nicely done.
And it does happen, but it's...
We're back to 15 now, and let's see if Tucker can bring it back down to 14. And shot is up. Oh, no, but look at this. Missouri with the rebound. That basically they can make it have another kind of an odd three-pointer. A backwards three-pointer.
It'll work.
Look at that, in traffic, and he gives it up. And who ends up with the ball? It's a scramble down there.
It's a jump
ball.
Kevin,
come on in.
Ford.
June Reed's coming in. Before Bertram.
One out.
Okay, Alabama gets that jump
I
ball.
was going to say, now look at Alabama's lineup. We're going back to see the size they have on the floor and their quickness. They're going to make a difference. And even their guards are not little guys.
Blake Lofton, though, he's got such a...
he's gone.
There we go, in for the layup. Oh, he misses it. Oh, out of bounds. Alabama with a nice little lucky break there.
Those are the little things that Missouri's got to take advantage of if they want to get back in this game.
Yep.
When that ball's laying on the floor, you've got to get it.
You've got to get it. And is he going to put it up? He does, and he sinks it. June Reed with that basket.
June Reed, he's another player. If you watch his game, he's a defensive rebounding specialist. He's a pressure player. He's a smart player, very good with his chair position. He's another guy that doesn't care if he ever scores a point. He will, and he can.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he's capable.
Oh, wait a minute.
They called a footrest violation.
Oh, it looked like he got rid of the ball, though. It was really close.
That's a close call. That's a tough call. I'll have to tell you, the one thing you talked about earlier, these officials have been extremely consistent.
Yeah, they have been.
The coaches don't always agree with the calls, but
three-pointer, two
on the line.
Yeah, on the line.
And his front wheel, back wheel
Nicely
on the line.
done. Sunk that one. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's we're going up to 20 in a
Yeah,
minute.
it's 19. It's Missouri's getting themselves in kind of a tough spot.
Look, you know what? This is what we saw earlier. Missouri in the first half came out with a lot of fire, and they were the first to score, and finally it took a while. Alabama came back, and then they were up by 10 and a half. Here we were again. It was down to down by 6 only.
Right.
They came on with a defense, with some scoring, and then boom.
Well, one of the things that I noticed, and it seemed to be one of the key turning points in the way they played defense, was they moved their defensive intensity from the three-point line to the half-court line. And when that happened, Alabama started attacking them and beating them
right there
from there to the free throw line with their speed. And of course, as I was talking about earlier, they don't have them on the floor anymore timelines, but the quickness from the top of the key to the top of the key, Alabama's had the advantage the whole game, and that's made the difference in the score. Because they get in the good position down low, Missouri hasn't, and that's been the difference.
It's
Garrett French has played a hard game, played great defense, but he can't do it all by himself inside.
no.
As big and strong as he is, he's a great-looking young athlete, but you can't do it by yourself.
No. Okay. So we're at. With the ball looking to get across. Time's running out. Oh.
Hit him all over the yard.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
But it was a bad pass. It was a nice try, but he just
He
threw
was
the
under
ball
such
out there.
pressure.
Exactly.
Big guys all around him.
4 times. You got to call that. You got to call that.
There was some hands on that, and I did see it, but you know what? Like you said.
Well, but you know, they've called that
almost
pretty consistently about the same level the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But you have to understand Steve Paxton, that's his job. He's the one, if anybody's going to complain, he's got to complain.
Hinkle with the basket. I like that. He had a shot at the top of the key. He said, now I'm going to go a little closer.
Let's take a layup.
And, well, maybe not a layup, but maybe an 8-footer.
A crib shot.
Yeah, crib shot. There we go. Nicely done. Missouri got to do something here. Time is running out. 11 minutes left, and they got to start to break this lead down because it's getting away from them. And
That
look
was
at
a
that.
very
Here
nice
it is.
play.
Oh,
Didn't get finished, but it was a great pick and roll. It worked.
It was.
They just didn't finish.
Oh, there's some defense, and it didn't help. Like Lofton picks it up, puts it in. Good defensive effort there, just they couldn't capitalize.
Well, the only fault I found on that was you had a lot of guys only looking one way. You got to have your head on a swivel and see what's going on.
All right. Nope. Oh, that pass is going to be right on the money there. Look at this.
Oh, great block by Garrett French.
Yeah,
Awesome defensive play.
Oh, look at this. He's got a big man, June Reed, on him, and that's a foul.
Well, it's
But
good.
that's a good idea there.
Good hustle by June Reed, but he just couldn't quite get in position and drew the foul.
But you know what? They would rather stopped it there.
Exactly.
Rather
It's like
than
I
have
talked
that layup.
about earlier. Wouldn't you rather have the foul out here than let them go for the layup? Give them a chance for momentum. None of the players are in foul trouble.
Well, let's see what happens here where they're not getting the ball from underneath the basket. If they can make a play happen. Look how they're surrounding French. But there's someone got to be open, and that's the secret. When they get the 2-on-1
How to
here,
take advantage of that.
somebody's got to be open and see who it's going to be. No, they're back to a man-to-man here.
One of the things I've noticed today compared to yesterday, when they got in a good offensive rhythm, that guy shot the ball, Casey Adams.
Casey Adams up, but
That was his first shot. He didn't make it, but it was a good shot and a good attempt.
he comes in as an offensive catalyst, as we said earlier, so
He
he's
needs
got to be the one.
He needs to take a little initiative to try to get in the offensive flow more.
That is as pretty as you get.
That's basketball at its finest.
Just slide in there and lay it up. 51-26. Missouri with a little bit of a drought here. That was a nice play, but you got to make those. Got to make those. That's Siebert with a chance. They've been missing some easy ones. I think they're off their rhythm. It's really what it is. They're just feeling the pressure, and they're not calming down and just making the shots that they'd make any other time.
Look at Nick go up to that boards and get that ball.
But didn't make it. Didn't put it in.
He's got to be approaching double figures in rebounds.
9 minutes, 30 seconds left. 51-26. You're on xable.com. This is Rob Rowan, Patrick McCoy joining me, and here we are.
One thing that you'll notice about this game, Alabama has to have at least a 2-to-1 rebounding edge in this game. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but anything that's gone up to the board,
Look at that three-point shot. Oh!
You haven't seen Missouri get a whole lot of second shots. It's one shot and down.
Oh, we have a foul there. I like the way June Reed pulled that ball down there and give a little emphasis like, this is mine.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, Nick
got
got himself caught and he committed a foul. He got himself caught in a bad spot and couldn't stop. Yeah. Well, he was starting to get a little tired. He needed to catch his breath.
Substitution, they brought in Will Roy. And they're up enough they can actually show some of these guys in there at this point, 9 minutes. They can take their big guys out for a little bit.
Well, you're gonna start seeing more of their bench come in
Look
and
at
get
this.
some playing
Tucker.
time.
Nah. Tucker is denied.
But it's nice to have that depth that you come in off the bench. You know.
June Reed, look at him moving. The pass, the foul, and it's offensive.
Yeah. Well, you won't see Alabama back off and not be aggressive going to the basket. And I don't care who's on the floor for them.
What was called?
8 minutes and 46 seconds. 15 points.
Down here, was that out of bounds, though? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Yes, sir.
No, actually, it's 20. Is it 25? 25 points. Excuse me.
Right.
25.
But you'll notice even they just took Zach Babowski out, but to have a big guy like that that can come in off the bench and play for you at a lower classification, that's the depth factor that you're talking about in this game.
Oh, they are not making that happen.
Well, now they're trying to force everything, and you know you want to do everything, and you can't do it all in one play. And
Oh, nicely done. A little bit of interference in the passing lane. Caused a turnover. Missouri trying to take advantage of these guys in there, and again, they cannot make the shots fall in.
Yeah, they're not having any luck in rhythm at all.
No, they've had some good looks too.
Yeah, they've shot some good shots. They just haven't fallen in. Since about 10 minutes left in the first half, their shooting's kind of went.
They had that early push, but they couldn't keep the momentum going. 8 minutes left. Look at Master Hinkle going in, and he's going to make that layup.
Like I said, he's an amazing young athlete with great acceleration, great hands.
I love watching him play.
Yeah, he's a fun guy to watch play.
Inside pass, but he's there to block. Back out to the top of the key, and again, off the rim. Nothing. Gilbert cannot put it in. No one seems to find that. So, you know, sometimes it's a big basket, sometimes a little one. And today, for Missouri, it's a little basket.
Every time.
And there it is.
There's Master again.
Master
he attacks the basket. He's an aggressive, smart offensive player.
55-26.
And like it says, it doesn't hurt to have those monster arms with the big hands. He makes the ball look like a grapefruit in his hand.
29 points. 7th, 8th game again. Another shot does not fall. Master there. Oh, nice defensive try, but there's nothing to do. Master with another shot. And there we go. We're over 30 points. We have a 31-point difference here. And Alabama has showed its stuff.
I think you're going to see Missouri let everybody get a little playing time.
Yeah, I think so. With 31 points. They want to come into us.
Yeah, they want to check into us.
They can check it with us.
We can't do any good.
We can check them in, though.
Sure.
They ain't going to get on the court, though. And look at this, a chance for Garrett French, even an easy one. You could just see they're tired a little bit of frustration, and he's not, in fact, there's June Reed coming in on the attack.
Well, like I said, this is the time of the game. This is the time of the game where death makes the difference.
All right, June Reed puts the ball up, and nope, it's off, and who gets the rebound? Reed again, and he puts it in this time. When it comes time to do our little player of the game, my feeling is Master Hinkle has been such a dynamic force in this thing. I'd like to see him. What's your call on it?
I think so. I think he's kind of been the catalyst of the game, really. He's made all the good things happen for him.
And he's worked with this game than the last game.
Yeah, and he's worked with all these big guys so well.
Look at that.
June Reed, his strengths are defensive, and he just makes things happen.
Oh, look at that off-bound shot, does not go in. Andrew with the ball. Here it comes, Gilbert coming down. Missouri wants to make another basket. They want to bring something to happen.
Well, they haven't scored for quite a while.
No. And that's a foul. I'll take it. I'll take something.
White, 35, chill, 2 shots.
Master was playing aggressive defense. He knew he fouled him. He didn't argue.
He's not
he knew what it was.
He's not worried about fouling out at this point.
Oh, no. And he doesn't foul out a whole lot. He has pretty good control of his body. He's got great hands, obviously.
Shot is up, and it's in. I'll tell you what, finally they found a hole.
Yeah. Well, these rims are pretty new and pretty tight.
Yeah, I have seen that myself when I played basketball. You know, you can play on some of these ones that have a lot of give, and there's some of them that just...
Well, they've had a lot of play.
Yeah.
These rims, you can tell, they're still, you know, pretty new paint. They keep in these big arenas, they keep them pretty new.
Remember...
And you know the reason for that? The reason for that is when these big college teams move up in the process through the NCAAs and their league tournaments, all the arenas when they go in, every weekend they play, they put new rims up. So they get used to shooting on those kind of rims.
There's a miss there. And the third thing was Bobowski. Had his chance there. Didn't put it up there. They're looking back. Gives it back. Casey Adams with the ball. They're looking for somebody to be open. Time's running out. Oh, there's a good shot. He's got a good look. And he
got a good look. He just hasn't had them fall for him today.
Look at all the pressure there Missouri's putting on. And even when the ball misses, there's someone there to pick it up.
Well, you know, when the momentum goes your way, you get all the bounces and everything too. So
Often looking for something. Oh, we have a timeout.
Let's go, goal. Let's go.
Remember, you're watching this. Thank you to the United Spinal Association, our sponsor for X-Able. And glad to be working with them, and great organization.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you've had some contact with them.
Oh, absolutely. Over the years, many, many times. And you know, one of the things when you've been around these type of sports as long as I have, you kind of run into everybody. But they've done great work for a long time and still do. And you know, we're in the field that we're in. You know, they're one of the tops, and it's a good thing. I mean, for groups like that to help us do what we need to do to provide these opportunities for these kids.
Well, the idea of being here, covering these sports, we're trying to bring that awareness and spread it out because, you know, we don't have NBC here. We
That's
don't
right.
have Fox here. We don't
Can't
have
get
ESPN
ESPN
here.
here.
But we have X-Able here, and we're going to do our part to bring that awareness, and then we'll be
believe me, everybody in the sport appreciates this. This is the kind of stuff that we need. Zach Bobowski, big strong kid. He's going to get his time.
Yep.
He's a good player.
I'm amazed to see him out there with regular glasses on. You think he would have on some goggles or something.
He's so comfortable in those glasses. I've asked him about that before. He's tried every kind of goggles. Those are a sport type glass, but they're just so much more comfortable and easy to use.
There's a turnover there. Number 34 coming in for the Greg Anger, just couldn't pull that one in. And look at that. Quick shot. Oh no. Here comes Missouri. A real chance here. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. 61-27. Missouri wants to get up there a little higher, into the 30s at least, try to make it a little more respectable. And let's see what they can do. Nice, easy open shot for Casey Adams. And he banks it in!
See, that's the first uncontested shot Casey had, and of course, as soon as he got it, he drilled it.
That shot was brought to you by United Spinal Association.
Well, Casey's a good player.
Missouri can put one of them in.
Casey's a good
Oh, look at
player.
that.
He works
nice
hard.
Defense there. Tucker intercepts that ball. Seeing some turnovers by some of these secondary substitutes coming in for Alabama. And let's see what happens. And oh, look at that foul. Bobowski with a foul. And we're going to see Greg Anger at the line, freshman. He's out there with some tough players. And he's getting his chance to
Well, as a freshman,
put one up there.
You know, I'm sure he's feeling a little pressure, even if it's at the end of the game, because this is his time.
Yeah. Look at that.
Goes right to the line and drills it.
Put in maybe 30.
That's great.
You know what?
Well, everybody's got to be a freshman sometime, and it's the hardest time in college. You know, there's a kid that just got that rebound, Brad Ball. He's been in and out of the game. Watch the defensive presence he has when he's on the floor. He doesn't care about scoring at all. He's another guy He's kind of an up-and-coming, same philosophy as Master Hinkle. He plays the game with defense and lets it bring everything else to him.
Well, if you notice, Wilroy, who was out there, had locked up Pierce a little.
See there, Brad got his shot. That's it. That's exactly what he's waiting for.
Yeah.